The power of reverse psychology. Why people do the opposite of what they're told. Have you ever noticed that the more someone tells you not to do something, the more you want to do it? Don't press that button. Suddenly, pressing the button becomes incredibly tempting. Don't think about a pink elephant. Now you probably can't stop thinking about one. Why does this happen? Is it simple curiosity, stubbornness, or is there a deeper psychological force at work? Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating tricks of the human mind, the power of reverse psychology. By the end of this video, you'll understand why people often resist advice, how marketers and parents secretly use this technique, and why our desire for freedom can make us predictable. Let's dive in. Imagine a child who refuses to clean their room. The parent spends 20 minutes arguing. Nothing changes. Then the parent smiles and says, "You probably can't clean it anyway. It's too difficult." Within minutes, the child starts cleaning. What happened? The child wasn't responding to the request. They were responding to a psychological trigger. This is reverse psychology. Instead of directly encouraging someone to do something, you suggest the opposite, hoping they'll choose the desired behavior on their own. And surprisingly, it often works. To understand why reverse psychology works, we need to understand something called psychological reactance. Psychological reactance is our natural reaction when we feel our freedom is being threatened. Whenever someone tries to control us, our brain pushes back. It's almost like having an invisible voice inside your head saying, "You can't tell me what to do." This reaction isn't limited to children. Adults experience it every day. Tell someone they shouldn't date a certain person, they suddenly become more interested. Tell people they can't buy a product, demand skyrockets. Tell someone not to read a book, now they desperately want to know what's inside. Sometimes the restriction itself creates the desire. One of the earliest researchers to explain this phenomenon was psychologist Jack Brem. He proposed that when people believe their freedom of choice is being limited, they become motivated to restore that freedom. Ironically, the harder someone pushes, the harder we resist. It isn't because humans enjoy being difficult. It's because autonomy is one of our deepest psychological needs. We want to feel like we're making our own decisions, even when those decisions aren't the smartest ones. Marketers have understood this for decades. Have you ever seen phrases like limited edition, only 10 left, available for a short time? These messages aren't just sharing information, they're creating urgency. When something feels unavailable, it suddenly becomes more valuable. This is known as the scarcity effect. Our brains often assume that rare things must be important, and when access feels restricted, we want it even more. Social media uses similar psychology. Sometimes creators say, "This video isn't for everyone," or "You probably won't understand this." What happens? People click immediately. Why? Because being excluded makes us curious. Nobody likes feeling left out. Our brain wants to prove the statement wrong. Without realizing it, we've already taken the bait. Reverse psychology also appears in relationships. Imagine your friend says, "Don't worry about helping me." Many people immediately offer even more help. Why? Because the suggestion challenges our desire to be supportive. Sometimes saying less creates more action than saying more. Of course, healthy relationships shouldn't rely on manipulation, but understanding this tendency helps explain why indirect communication sometimes produces stronger reactions. Sales professionals occasionally use reverse psychology too. Instead of saying, "You should definitely buy this product," a skilled salesperson might say, "I'm honestly not sure this product is right for everyone." Oddly enough, that honesty can increase trust. People feel less pressured, and when pressure disappears, resistance often disappears too. However, reverse psychology doesn't always work. In fact, it can completely backfire.
It depends on the person's personality. Highly independent people are more likely to react against direct commands, but people who naturally prefer guidance may simply accept what they're told. Context matters too. If someone realizes they're being manipulated, the effect usually disappears. Trust is difficult to rebuild once people feel they've been tricked. This raises an interesting ethical question. Is reverse psychology manipulation, or is it simply another communication strategy? The answer depends on intent. Using it to encourage a child to build confidence may be harmless. Using it to pressure someone into making decisions against their interests crosses an ethical line. Like many psychological techniques, it's neither good nor bad by itself. It's how people choose to use it that matters. Perhaps the biggest lesson isn't about using reverse psychology on others. It's about recognizing when it's happening to you. The next time someone says, "You probably wouldn't be interested," ask yourself, am I making this choice because I genuinely want it, or because I feel someone is limiting my freedom? That simple question can help you avoid making decisions based purely on emotional reactions. Here's something even more fascinating. Sometimes we use reverse psychology on ourselves. You tell yourself, "I won't eat that cookie." Suddenly, the cookie becomes irresistible. The more we suppress certain thoughts, the stronger they can become. Psychologists sometimes call this the ironic effect of thought suppression. Trying too hard not to think about something often keeps it active in your mind. It's another reminder that the human brain doesn't always respond well to force. In the end, reverse psychology reveals a powerful truth about human nature. People value freedom more than they often realize. When we feel controlled, we resist. When we feel we have a choice, we're far more willing to cooperate. Understanding this doesn't just make you better at recognizing persuasion. It also helps you become more aware of your own decisions, because sometimes the strongest influence isn't someone telling you what to do. It's someone making you believe the choice was entirely your own. If you enjoyed this psychology fact, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more fascinating insights into how the human mind really works. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.